Hello lovely kids. So today in this session we are going to learn complaint letters. As you know, this is a part of formal letters in your syllabus. So we have to learn that what is complaint letter and what is the format of this and what are the main points which we have to write down in the complaint letters. So let's understand very first that what are the complaint letters. Here you can see on your screen that I have given the information for you people that complaint letter is a letter written to concerned authorities if we are not satisfied with the service provided by them. Suppose we have ordered something from Flipkart or Amazon or anywhere, right? So whatever the product you demanded or you ordered, that was not up to the mark. It may happen the color was not of your choice, the size was not fit to you, something like that. So you can write down a complaint letter for that, right? Sometimes when we order a product and it is received defective, then we write the letter to the related person or company complaining about the product. Hence, appropriate action will be taken by the concerned department for the complaint raised. Now we have to write down, we have to learn that what is the format of complaint letter, which is very important thing. Okay, so format of the complaint letter is very important. So let's understand what is that and what are the main points which we have to take throughout the letter. So the letter of the complaint format is a formal letter written to concerned authority if you have any problems, dispute, mistake, misbehavior or any kind of complaint. The format to write this letter is given below. So let's understand that it is exactly like the letter means the formal letters. Okay, so at the very left hand corner we will see the sender's address. Okay, sender's address you have to write down here. Suppose it is taking 2-3 lines here, so one line you have to leave blank and then you have to write down date in the proper expanded form. Suppose today is July 29, so I will write down July, J capital, then 29, 2021. Like this you have to write down, and when you will write down the answer, you will not write down this date. Okay, directly you have to start writing date. So this is the expanded form of the date. If you will write down like this, so that is not the right way to write down the date in languages. Next is after date, what you used to do, receiver's address. So that too will take 2 to 3 lines. Okay, that in the first line you will write down, 2 is not necessary here. In the first line of the receiver's address you will write down the designation of the person to whom you are complaining. It may be the manager, it may be any sales department officer or something like that. Okay, so that you have to write down, and the name of the company from where you ordered something, right, and the location. Then after writing this receiver's address, you will leave a line blank. Okay, and then after that you will write down subject, and subject, in the subject you have to mention the reason for the complaint, and whenever the reader should actually come to know that what is the letter about. When he will read this subject, so it should be clear to him or her that the letter is about what. Here I will give you one advice, that you will not write down 2 to 3 sentences. You know, some students are in habit to write down 2 sentences here in subject itself. So that is not advisable. Here phrase you have to use. Suppose complain about the watch, okay, or something like that. A short phrase should be there, and after phrase we do not put any full stop, means any full stop, any question tag or any exclamation, means no exclamatory mark is required after subject. After that once again you have to leave one line blank, and then you have to write down salutation. So what is the salutation? Salutation means sir or madam, right? Next is body of letter. Next is body of letter. So body of letter, as I advised you earlier to informal letters, you have to divide the body of letter, means the content, because this is the main part of the letter, so that you have to divide into 3 parts: introduction, right, that why you are writing this letter, this is complaint about what is the problem with that you have to write down in introduction in first paragraph. Main reason to write down the letter. Now here you will mention that what was the fault, what was the problem in your product which you bought, and then last you will give the conclusion. And here in this conclusion paragraph you will show your desire also, that what you demand from the person to whom you are writing the letter. And then closing of the letter, or complimentary close also, this is also known as. So yours sincerely, or truly you have to write down, and S small, T also small, and Y capital without any comma. As I told you many times, if you will write down like this, so this is wrong. Okay, you have to write down YOURS without comma, sincerely S small, truly if you want to get anything out of these two you can take here. So sincerely S small, and T truly T small, and last signature or name. Okay, you want to write down. And here you can add one more point of an enclosures, that what are the documents for proof you are attaching that you have purchased that product from the company. Okay, so this is the format. So let's have a look once again. Just take the screenshot of this and note down this in your notebook. So this is the format, starting with sender's address, date, receiver's address, subject, salutation, body of the letter, and then closing or the complimentary close, and last signature and the name. Now what are the things which you have to keep in mind while writing the letter, means complaint letter? This is very important. It doesn't mean that you are free to write down anything whatever you like. So keep the following points in mind. And what are the following points? Let's see here. The points are: include information on time, date, location, service records, any previous communication, invoice, etc. to support your complaint. Right. Next is, always enclose copies of the above mentioned document along with your letter. Like I've told you, it may be the bill, it may be the receipt of something which you ordered. Next is, never place the document or proof in original with the letter. Okay, the Xerox copies are required here. The tone must be polite but firm. Express yourself clearly. Give details of the cause of the complaint, and make a request for corrective action to be taken. So these are the important points which you have to take care while writing complaint letter. So let's see now. There is one sample letter which I have written for you. So this is the sample letter for the complaint. So let's see, whatever we have discussed, the same thing I am using here. First is this one is what? This is sender's address. So this is sender's address. Okay, then it is getting completed in 2 lines. So third line I am leaving blank, and in fourth next line I am writing the date. After that also I am leaving 1 line blank. Okay, and then I have started receiver's address. Okay, so this is what? Receiver's address, like the post designation, the chief medical officer, Hinduja Government Hospital, Noida, and the pin code of that. Clear? So this is what? Sender's address, then we have mentioned date, and then receiver's address, the very important point. And these you have to start with the left hand corner, very left hand corner of your page. Clear? Now next thing is what? Subject. So I have written the subject here. See, here by mistake I have placed a comma, so that is not full stop, that is not required. Okay, so I am removing this from here. So subject is what? Poor sanitation in the hospital. Clear? Poor sanitation condition in the hospital without any full stop and comma. So from here, from the subject itself, the person will come to know the letter is for what. Clear? Again you have to give one space, and then you have to write down salutation, that is sir or madam, anything whatever you want to write down here, sir or madam, you can write down. Next is, I am writing to complain. This is the first introduction paragraph. I am writing to complain about the poor sanitation condition in Hinduja hospital. This is introduction, right? I had accompanied my grandfather to the hospital yesterday on 14th July, or according to the date, suppose it is 29th July it should be, because our date mentioned is 30th. So 2000, whatever it is, was appalled by the dirt and the filth all around. I saw that the drains were overflowing, garbage bins were overflowing, washrooms were stinking and corridors were unswept. Okay, so this is what? This is the first paragraph, and this is the introduction paragraph, this first one. And please keep in mind, whenever you will change the paragraph, it should be visible that you are changing the paragraph. Like here, the space is there, and from the next line I am starting the next paragraph. Okay, so I hope you come to know what we have to write down in first paragraph, which is introductory paragraph. So it is, let's talk about the second paragraph now. Dirt anywhere is a source of concern, but more so in a hospital. Patients who come here need a healthy environment as a first step toward recovery. So the hospital is so dirty that even healthy people are at risk of falling ill. So these are the reasons in the second paragraph you have given, you are concerned about. That these are the main reason of writing your लेटर, राइट, कि हॉस्पिटल में तो बहुत साफ़ सफाई होनी चाहिए, लेकिन यहाँ तो गार्बेज बिन्स भरे पड़े हैं, वॉशरूम्स बहुत स्टिंकिंग है, जो कॉरिडोर्स हैं वो बहुत अनस्वेप्ट हैं. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स यू हैव रिटन हियर, राइट. सो फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड पैराग्राफ्स we have covered. Now the conclusion paragraph is the third one, and there you have to give the suggestions and the requests. Okay, so I request you to exercise your authority and ensure that the hospital and its surrounding area is cleaned. This is the least that can be expected by the people approaching to the hospital for treatment, right. Yours truly, Nupur Malik, or any name which is given in your question. So this is what? This is first style of complaining letter. It is not necessary for the ordering of the products you have to write down. It may be the complaint about anything, okay, like poor sanitation by the municipal committee of your locality, or these all are included in what? In complaint letters. You can say that here this type of letter we used to write down in letter to editor, but the receiver is different and the starting lines are different. So see, here I directly started, I am writing this to complain about this, but there we used to write down that through the esteemed column of newspaper, right. This is different. I want to take the attention of the authorities concerned, so those lines are required there, but here directly we are starting, so these are also complaint letters. Okay, so this is the first step actually before giving to editor, that we should take this step also if we want to complain. If they do not listen to us, then then our complaint should go to the editor's column, right. So this is one first sample. Now look at the second one. Question is also there, and second question says that write a letter to Mr. HMT Corporation Chandigarh complaining that the wristwatch you recently bought from them does not function properly and ask for a replacement. You are Dipti Deepak Gupta, 450 Sector 20 Chandigarh. So dear kids, let's see how to answer the question. First you have to write down the letter to whom? Mr. HMT Corporation, and where that is, head office is at Chandigarh. What you bought actually, wristwatch, right. And because why you want to complain? Because that is not functioning properly. You are Dipti and Deepak and your address is this. Okay, so these are the main points which you have to underline before starting writing of the letter. So let's see. Your own address means the sender's address is what? Given here to 450 Sector 20 Chandigarh. So that same thing you are using here. Again a space for one line and then date. Okay. After writing date, what you have to do? Receiver's address. So what is the receiver's address? Mr. HMT Corporation. right? And customer complaint division, Chandigarh. Okay, so that is a particular department where we have to register the complaints. Next one is subject. So what is the subject? Complaint regarding the functioning of the watch and its replacement. See, no full stop, no comma, nothing. Okay, means no punctuation mark is there, and after that again you will just give a space and Saran, madam, that is what? Salutation. You can write down both by using oblique, or you can use one only. Now the introduction paragraph of the letter. So why we are writing letter? Because we have to complain for a wristwatch that is not working properly. So on July 27, 2021, I bought a Titan watch model this worth rupees 5500 from your store. Okay, so this is the introductory or the opening line of the letter. Unfortunately, now you are just describing the problem in detail, right? Unfortunately, your product has not performed well and the watch doesn't work half the time despite several attempts at changing its battery too. I am highly disappointed because such an act of neglect is not expected from such a renowned store, right? So this is what we expanded the problem. Now we are writing the concluding paragraph. So to resolve the problem, I would appreciate you to you changing the watch with the new fully functioning model. I have the receipt. Receipt is what? This is not receipt, this is receipt. RECEIPT, receipt. Okay, P is silent here, intact. Enclosed are the copies of receipt along with the guaranteed card. Means I have attached the these all informations and the bills and the receipts with the letter. So I look forward for your reply and a resolution to my problem, and will wait until a week before seeking help from Consumer Protection Agency. Please contact me at the above address or by phone at the phone number also you can mention. Then the complimentary close, and in complimentary close you will write down yours sincerely, CY capital, S small here, and spelling of sincerely is SINCERELY. Whenever you write down truly, it's not TRUELY. People generally do this mistake because they add E to here. Spelling is what? Exact spelling of truly is TRULY. With small t you have to write down. Then Deepti and Deepak, this is given in your question, and in the end enclosures. Enclosures means what are the documents you are teaching from for proof, that is receipt and the guarantee card. Okay, so like this you have to write down complaint letters. So in our next video we will meet with some more samples of complaint letters. Till then, please note down the format, understand what are complaint letters, and note down both of the samples in your notebook. Thank you very much. Keep on practicing, studying, reading and writing. Thanks a lot.